Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Doug, and I've got to tell you today that this right here is one of my absolute favorite fitted caps that I've picked up in the past year or so. And I got this at a place called Rally House, which is a chain in most parts of the US here. It's a place that I'm starting to appreciate more and more as the past year or so has gone by. And I can tell you all the reasons why right now. Quick disclaimer before I get really going here, I am not being sponsored. I have no financial interest with Rally House. I am just providing this review out of my interactions with them as a store and an online vendor. So my first exposure to Rally House was we took a family road trip to Points West about 5 years ago. It was 2018. And on the way back, we took a detour through Kansas City, and I first found a Rally House in the Power and Light district of downtown Kansas City. It was really well stocked, and one of the things that I noticed is they had a great selection of fitted caps. Now, they even had some of the Heritage Retro Crown caps, the ones without the structured buckram up front, as 5950s in the Kansas City Monarchs, some Heritage caps, which I thought was great, and I don't see those too often in some of the mass market stores. Now, ever since having that first experience in a Rally House, I've since learned that they really have a local and regional focus for the stock that they carry in their stores. Makes sense. A lot of retailers do that with sports teams. They have the local teams represented. But what I found is that they do an even better job and really have an intense focus on this at the Rally House locations that I've seen. Now, even their website and their logo, it really says local stuff under the main masthead of Rally House in their logo. So you know that is the focus of their business. I don't have one nearby me here in the 616 in West Michigan. However, as I head to the east side of our state and I get closer to the Detroit area, there are a few locations of Rally House stores on the way. And when I'm on the east side and visit one of the Detroit area stores, I find not only the Detroit professional teams gear, but it's pretty amazing because I find gear for even what would be considered small to medium colleges and universities, gear for all of them. So when I'm in the Detroit area, I will find gear for Oakland University, which is suburban Detroit. I also find Wayne State University, downtown Detroit. All this gear represented, and also the bigger schools, the Big Ten schools here in Michigan that are represented really well. It's such a complete selection that it's almost like they took a subset of what's at every university bookstore from that college or university and dropped it right into the middle of the Rally House store. Even better when it comes to caps and specifically fitted baseball caps. I have seen plenty of unique and custom takes, especially on the MLB fitted caps, both in-store and online through rallyhouse.com. So very much like the khaki Tigers cap with the orange undervisor that I started the video with, that was what I found that made me look a little bit deeper to see all these unique variations that you can find at Rally House. Now, there's offers from different color packs. There are different tonal fitteds. There's two-tone fitteds, and it goes on from there. They also seem to regularly stock historical caps. I've seen plenty of Detroit Stars merchandise in local regional stores for me here. And when I was in Kansas City, of course, I mentioned the Kansas City Monarchs and some other historical caps. So they do a good job of representing not only current MLB teams, but also historical caps as well. But when I mentioned that there's a lot less hype with Rally House, I would say that that translates to they haven't gone overboard with side patches and the crazy colorways. They're leaving that to other vendors. And the other thing is too, there's not a huge PR blitz that I've found with Rally House that would partnerships with influencers, timed and scheduled drops and things like that. I just don't see that kind of hype machine rolling for Rally House. Now, the great thing is I mentioned the local and regional focus, but because they have a highly developed online presence and online store, that means that you can tap into the local regional variations for different markets if you're not a fan of your local teams. If I were, say, a fan of the LA Dodgers, I could go search that on Rally House's site and find plenty of caps that are probably stocked in California stores. And I would imagine if you're a fan of, say, the Milwaukee Brewers or a smaller market team that you're not close to, that it's probably even better avenue to find that. Now, as far as shipping and other things like loyalty programs go, I have found that the shipping is really fast. If you are looking for local and regional teams, chances are there is a store or a warehouse nearby, I mean within a couple 100 miles or so. And so the shipping I've found to be very fast when I've ordered other things, apparel, and caps from a Rally House online. I actually got something within 2 business days of placing the order really easily, and I just paid for standard shipping. And shipping is also free if you're spending more than $75. Now, there is kind of a minor loyalty program. It doesn't take the form of earning points with purchases and being able to redeem those points like you would with Lids Access Pass or something like that. What I found is that once I signed up is that I periodically get emails with discount codes in them. And they can be quite random. Some of them are very specific, but they do keep coming, and they do give you the opportunity to save money on future purchases. So to wrap it up here, I would just say that I've basically found Rally House to be somewhat of a hidden gem for finding unique fitteds that are a little bit off the beaten track. Now, if you, like myself, are a little bit worn out with some of the frequent weekly drops from other fitted vendors that really emphasize crazy colorways, thematic designs, and side patches on every cap, then I have found that Rally House is a good antidote to that. I like a side patch every now and then. I don't need them on every cap, and what I've found is that I find a lot of caps that I really want to buy and wear at Rally House, but they're still kind of unique and custom and different than some of the things that you normally see with just the on-fields. So in short, I'd recommend giving them a try if you're looking for something a little bit different and want to get away from the hype of all the other cap releases. But apart from that, down in the description, I've always got links that point you to some of my classic videos for shaping, stretching, editing, otherwise maintaining your caps and keeping them in good shape. So check those out if you're interested. And as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.